kept secrets travel.
The next step whenever you're taking a photograph, whether it's landscape, portrait, wildlife, waterfalls, time lapses, whatever you want to do, one of the most important things isn't just location, it's also your timing, whether it be weather, tide, sunrise, sunset, whatever you're going for. That's one of the biggest impacts on anything. A lot of you guys, I'm assuming, who's listening or watching us on YouTube, you've probably heard of the golden hour. That's the hour straight after sunrise or the hour just before sunset. That stereotypically provides the best lighting for a lot of photographs. But for particular photographs that you're going for, that might not really be the time of day that you want to shoot. Yeah. But you can look this up very easily by using Met websites, trying to look at the weather forecast. You can look at tidal websites if you're trying to shoot different rivers or oceans. If you're trying to do portraits, then sometimes you might actually use artificial lighting. Yeah. But it really depends what you're going for. But remember, at the same time, technology is moving forward very quickly. You can either post-edit or actually you can play around with the ISO and different settings on your camera, which really helps almost modify some of these experiences.
Yeah, and for me, the best time is to take photos is the golden hour at sunrise, because that is also when you have the least amount of people. So we've had some issues here with, so I went to the Taj Mahal and I queued up there before sunrise because I knew that they opened at sunrise, like there wasn't a time. Before sunrise, managed to get in. You can't ever guarantee good weather and good lighting. Yeah. So it wasn't actually that great from that perspective, but going in there, we had maybe genuinely about 10-15 minutes of it being fairly empty and all to ourselves. 15 minutes later, the Taj Mahal was packed. Regardless of the lighting, although the lighting was definitely better, the fact that we got there before the people were all there made all the photos so much better. And I've got one of my favourite photos that I took there as I call the Taj flip. But I got some great photos there, and as I was leaving, it was just so packed that you couldn't get any of those photos after that. And the opposite happened when we went to Christ the Redeemer.
Well, yeah, Christ the Redeemer, we turned up sort of midday. It was already pretty packed. The main thing is the weather.
So we'd actually planned to get there for just after sunrise, but what had happened was the night before, our first flight was delayed, which meant that our changeover was then, we missed it.
We effectively had a day in Brazil, so we had to slot in Christ the Redeemer no matter what. We're going to call this best kept secret right now. One of my main points is, if you turn up to a location and you're saddened by the fact that weather's not Instagram perfect, it's not your Gap experience that you really wanted, it's not how you really pictured it to be, still take that photo. I'm telling you right now, we've done Machu Picchu and it's not been the stereotypical weather and people were miserable and we're in hysterics. We've done Snowdon and we couldn't see further than a metre. I've been to so many locations. I've been in the Alps and it's been absolutely peeing it down with rain instead of snowing.
Christ the Redeemer, we turned up and by the time we left, we were standing like 10 metres away and we couldn't see it.
Exactly, but by taking these photos, you're still capturing that memory. You can still have a good time. Just remember that a lot of your favourite moments, and you need to realise this, is actually the journey to the destination. It's not the destination itself. My favourite thing about Machu Picchu wasn't Machu Picchu itself. It was actually my journey there. It was the rainy days where we were all laughing whilst wearing ponchos. It's all those moments, and by capturing those moments, whether everyone looks like they're drenched, you're still going to see people happy and smiling, and they're the things that you should care about in life. It's not just always having it on a perfect sunny day.
Yeah, and these are really impressive sights, so really don't get put down by the weather.
No, exactly.
I would always recommend trying to get there for sunrise if you can, because I personally just think that is the best time to see any of these sites that just get really busy. Because less people, good lighting, what more can you ask for?